Morning light, deep in the forest, a mysterious woman bathes in the stream. Her wounds are slowly regenerating, yet on her face, no trace of surprise. Suddenly, she senses someone behind her. She turns, slowly. In that instant, the same wolf now walks toward her. Hello, friends! If you haven't watched the previous parts, please watch those first and then come back to this episode. The video and playlist are in the description and in the cards. Now, let's step into the story. Early morning, Jimmy and his friend wait outside Michael's house. The friend asks, Jimmy, instead of wasting time, shall we go straight to his door? Jimmy shakes his head. No, let's wait a little longer. A few minutes later, a vehicle pulled up at Michael's gate. Michael steps out and gets in. Seeing this, Jimmy and his friend begin to follow. The car rolls on. Jimmy asks quietly, Today's a holiday, right? Then why is he taking the office car? Is he really going to work? His friend gives a faint smile. That's what Lisa's brother said. His habits and his work hours. I don't trust him. That's why I called you here today. Soon the vehicle pulls up at a luxury hotel. Two of Michael's friends are already waiting there. Michael starts talking with them. Jimmy and his friend sit nearby. But the conversation isn't clear. Jimmy loses patience. I'm going to ask him directly. His friend stops him. No, Jimmy, this isn't the right time. But Jimmy is firm. Now is exactly the time. He walks up to Michael. That night, my car went missing. Lisa went missing. Tell me, Michael, did you take her with you? Michael answers softly. I know your pain, Jimmy. Even thinking of her hurts me too. Just then, 3 of Michael's office security guards arrive. They come straight to Jimmy and begin firing questions. Who are you? Why are you here? What's your connection to Michael? Jimmy stands there, tense. Michael steps in at once. They're my relatives. There's no reason to suspect them. Michael's voice calms the guards. A little. He turns to his friends. Come on, let's go. It's time to leave this place. With that, Michael and his friends move out with the guards. Before leaving, Michael looks back at Jimmy. Jimmy, come to my house. We'll talk then. He shares the details and leaves. Those words stir even deeper questions in Jimmy's mind. From that day on, Jimmy counts the days. He skips work. His mind is trapped only on the day Michael mentioned. At last, the day arrives. Jimmy's friend takes him along and they set out. They reach Michael's house. At the gate, a guard stands watch. Who are you? Why have you come? He asks. Jimmy answers calmly. We're here to see Michael. He invited us. The guard eyes them with doubt, then sends word inside. After a few minutes, permission comes. The gate opens and they walk in. Their eyes freeze with awe. The house looks like a palace. High walls, a vast garden. Every corner speaks of grandeur. Within minutes, Michael comes out. He welcomes them with a smile. Come in, let's talk in my room, he says, and leads them inside. Jimmy begins the conversation. His voice is thin, but his heart burns like fire. Michael, no matter what, we must bring Lisa back. She's alive, somewhere. I have to save her. Michael looks at Jimmy in silence. For a few seconds, he says nothing. Then, in a deep voice, he begins, Jimmy, I know your pain, but there's one truth you must accept. She isn't coming back. No matter how much hope you hold, that same hope can destroy your life. Don't ask beyond this. Michael pleads, gently but firmly, even though it hurts. Jimmy knows Michael is telling the truth. He lowers his head and stays silent. Then softly he says, "Thank you, Michael." He leaves, with his friend by his side. On the way home, his friend asks quietly, "Jimmy, didn't you understand what Michael meant? I never said your hope is a lie." Jimmy says nothing. His silence isn't calm. His thoughts are tangled, noisy, restless. His mind is a churn of doubts, regrets, and questions with no answers. After a long pause, he turns to his friend. "Let's go, one last time, to the place where I last saw Lisa. Only then will I find peace." His friend refuses at first. "That's not a good idea, Jimmy. That place will hurt you even more." But Jimmy insists. Finally, the friend agrees. They take the forest road. Jimmy steps out of the car and walks straight to the spot. The campsite from that night now lies in ruins. The tent has collapsed, some firewood burned to ash, ashes scattered by the wind. Jimmy kneels, slowly. Tears pool in his eyes. "Lisa, that day you didn't want to come to the forest. You begged me. Let's go back home. But I brought you here because of my stubbornness. Today, the price is your disappearance." He leans against a tree, sinking into guilt. At the very same time, deep in the forest, something strange unfolds. An unknown woman. Her gaze falls upon a flowing stream. She stands still for a few seconds, as though listening to the forest breathe, then steps off the bank and into the water. She begins to bathe. Not only dust washes away, the deep wounds on her body slowly begin to heal. Injuries that should have left scars, close up as if nothing ever happened. Yet on her face, not even a flicker of surprise, as if she's used to this. She bathes in calm silence. After a while, she comes back to the shore. Her clothes torn in many places. Scratches, claw marks, and dirt cling to the fabric. But in her walk, no trace of fear. Her steps are steady, almost regal. In that moment, a sound reaches her ears. She feels it. Someone is following. The wind shifts, leaves tremble, but she stays calm. She turns, slowly. Yes, the same wolf, the very form that chased Lisa, now trails this woman. But this woman doesn't flinch. Instead, she sits down. Her eyes lock on the wolf. And the wolf behaves like a puppy we'd raise at home. The woman smiles. She softly caresses its head and gives it a gentle kiss. From that moment on, the wolf chooses to follow the mysterious woman. The story we'll see next. Marcus's adopted daughter. Jimmy's love story may end, but its shadow will follow into the next story. Who is this unknown woman? Where will her journey lead in the next story? With a story packed with even more suspense. All the stories in this season are created by me. If you enjoyed it, please support by subscribing, liking, and tapping the notification bell. Share your thoughts in the comments. If you'd like to follow me on X, the link is in the description. We'll meet again in the next story. Until then, I take your leave.